read a quote to you, a quote of yours. To be a performer is to be frightened for the rest of your life.
It's inside terror that only God in all his mercy finally rings down.
We all have it. I don't care. I don't care. The coolest looking performers in life can say, I don't get nervous anymore. I don't buy it.
Well, you know what, Jolson, I saw Jolson, Al Jolson, his last Broadway show when I was 14. And he said he was all washed up because, you know, it was the end of vaudeville, not knowing that great picture career was coming. And I said, Mr. Jolson, how do you go out there and do it? Because I was scared to death. I said, I throw up. He said, I throw up too.
I heard that about him.
And he said, Betty, if you ever lose that edge and that desire to please him, you're finished. If you're not scared, you won't make it out there.
I don't think people realize what it's like to walk out there all alone.
Oh, my God. When you walk on a stage and they've paid all that money to see you.
And you better be good.
Oh,
you better be good.
You know, like you're getting $150,000 a week in Vegas.
$150,000 a week?
Yeah.
Is that the most you ever made?
No, when I replaced Judy on New Year's Eve, I got $100,000 a night.
A night? What year was that?
I forget. It was during the picture
round. How much
round.
money do you figure you earned over there?
$9.5 million. And it's all gone.
What happened to it? Just
well...
poor management, would you say? Business
I would say that. When my mother was alive, I had it. We kept it in the bed. She didn't believe in banks. We kept it in the mattresses. And we had a vault downstairs.
Talk about sleeping warm.
Yeah, oh, it's crazy to hear that crackle under you, you know. But we'd been through the Depression. My mom did not believe in banks, you know. But really then I got busy. Oh, we came from the real slums of Michigan, you know. But then when I got successful, in came business managers, lawyers, agents.
Any of them steal from you?
Oh, you better
Don't
believe it.
Don't mention any names, but
no, you better believe it, Mike.
How about your father? We haven't talked about your father.
I never had a father.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
No, you don't have to be sorry. I'm sorry.
I mean, I must have had a father,
of
but
course.
I was known as a bastard child, you know. That was rough for me as a kid, too, you know, because I knew it. And I finally, during the writing of this book, I had to go through all those clippings that I've saved, and I found my father. I now know what he looks like, because my mother would never tell me, or ever let me go through those old yellowed clippings, you know.
You know, it's hard for people to comprehend how a big star, as big as you were, who made all that money, can possibly be lonely. And it's a strange thing, but I've met so many big superstars. I hate that term.
Yeah.
Many of whom
it's
are not, they
world.
are really not happy people.
Well, Mike, you know, when you figure you're living on a set, or if you're playing Vegas with that kind of money, the tension is so terrific. And the fright in you is so great. You never really get to know people. Because that's why I call it backstage. They're always got their hand out for a buck, you know. But there's no true person who loves you. I have found my friends now, since I'm broke.
None of your husbands loved you?
No.
Did they tell you they didn't love you?
Yep.
All four of them?
All four of them.
How does a woman cope with something like that?
You don't. But I'm not going to cry on this camera.
No, I don't want you to. But
no, it's, you see...
Did you leave each one of them when he told you that?
Yes.
How many children have you?
I have 3. I have 2 grown daughters married, and I have a daughter, 14, Carolyn, who is the apple of my eye, of course.
You have any grandchildren?
Yes, I have 4 grandchildren, whom
me.
I've not seen.
Were you a successful mother, Betty?
Yes, I was until they were 17. But when I lost my money, you know, and their father, Ted Briskin, was a multimillionaire. And he came into $80 million from his father, you know. He wasn't a millionaire when he was married to me. His father was a great person, though. He was very, very extravagant with me when I was married to Teddy. But he's really got the kind of money you can't run out of, you know. So they went to him because you have to understand
where
this.
Are they now? Where are they living?
One lives in Brentwood here, and one lives in Fresno. But you have to understand, Mike, they had always had everything. I did spoil them. It's not their fault that I was such a superstar and I dropped so fast in the last marriage. And they couldn't understand. Where's all the servants, you know? Where's the car? I mean, it wasn't there anymore. So they were too used to riches, you know.
Why do you think you failed
I
as a
ran.
performer, a wife, and a mother?
Well, I failed because I should never have married Mike. I'm a dyed-in-the-wool performer. I should never.
You were married to your career, so
I don't think that women in our town are ever successful in marriage if they become big stars. Their children are certainly unhappy. Every one of them.
Terrible cross for a child
It's
to
all.
bear.
That's all right for the man to be a star, but not the woman. I don't give a damn about that women's lib. The mother has got to be at home for the child, and they cannot feel different. So that was their cross to bear.
What's the title of your book going to be?
It's called Backstage You Can Have.
You said something earlier to me that'll be etched in my mind forever. You said that you opened on Broadway and you absolutely killed them.
Right.
And you were a child, a
I
mere
was
child.
14.
And when the show ended, you walked out into this empty theater and you touched the seats.
And they were still warm.
They were still warm. And you looked up on the stage and describe what was happening on the stage.
Well, I looked up at I looked out. At first, I felt the seats, and I thought, it can't be over. Because I had just heard, see, that to me is the only love, Mike, I've ever found.
You were feeling that love from that audience.
It's the first love I'd ever had from a real rich audience. And I had been staring out there at these furs and diamonds, and there was Winchell out there and all the big stars of Broadway. And to be a hit on a stage like that, you know, it was Billy Rose's Casa, Manana, it was just bewildering to me that it was over.
And a man was up on the stage
A
sweeping.
man was up there mopping up all the dreams that had
All
just
them-
happened between you and me. And so I said to my mom, each show, when the curtain dropped, the paper was brought to me, I'd write down right now what I felt.
Do me, while you're in this mood, I want you to sing a song for us, will you?
I'd love to.
What do you have?
It had to be you. It had to be you. I wandered all around, finally found somebody who could make me be blue. Then you'd make me be true. And I'd even be glad just to feel sad thinking of you. Some others I've seen, they might never be me. They might never be cross, try to be the boss. They wouldn't do, for nobody else gave me that thrill. With all your faults, I love you still. It had to be you, wonderful you. It had to be you.
Betty Hutton. How about you, again? We'll be right back. That was sensitive.